Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday, guys. Oh my gosh, happy Friday. How's everyone doing today? Ooh! Are you guys ready? Because I know I am. So smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Guys, Bitcoin looks very similar to what it looked like yesterday. Only today is slightly lower. Very, very ever so slightly. My initial retrace target way back when, probably, who knows, probably like back here, was 106. Was it back? Maybe it was back here even. I don't know. It was, I estimated 106,000 at one point in the recent past. Let's get the webcam on. Hey, what's going on, guys? Vahid said first and wagged me down the street, said, are we effed? That depends on your definition. Some people, it's a positive thing, so I am not effed. Would I like to be? Absolutely. Bitcoin 108, 482 and 82 cents. Not a whole lot going on, man. We got some significant downward facing candles. We have some bull div if we get a reaction here. We got a green dot on Market Cipher way back here, which I think played out. And we are almost oversold on our momentum wave. We did get a bearish cross of our moving average on the RSI, which happened right here. This candle was our bearish cross. So that would have been your sign to short if you play like that. You know, some people don't like just one signal, but some people are fine with that. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map and see where we're at. I'm almost reduced to tears at the fact that it's Friday. We got our lovely 3-day weekend range that the market maker has permitted us to trade within. 108,768. Whoops. 108,768. I did just see, apparently like 30 minutes after the markets closed, 109,840. That they deemed Trump's tariffs illegal somehow, which I think is hilarious, but we'll see what happens with it, man. 110,912. I don't know how they can deem them illegal, honestly. I really genuinely, it does not make sense that they would do that. 107,428. It just seems dumb. It seems like a dumb decision all around. Like, the damage is done. You're causing more damage by claiming that they're illegal now. 106,624. And like negotiations and stuff have been going really good. I don't know. I have no clue, man. I'm not an economist, but I think it's silly for them to come out, what, 7 months later and be like, the tariffs are illegal. Nobody cares, man. That would be like them confirming that the last election there was fraud during the last election that would have swayed the results. What are you going to do about it now? It's been like 6-7 years. No one's doing anything. There's nothing to be done. 105,731. I don't know. I think it's kind of silly. But that's just me. Let's see if we hit any of these liquidation points. We are pointing to the upside, which is quite interesting. Bitcoin dominance 58.14. No surprise. It is just chilling at 58. Nothing really exciting on the chart. We do kind of got an M here, or maybe even a head and shoulders on the lower time frame. Potential downside. That's kind of exciting. That could get us to lose 58 again, which is very exciting for altcoins. We'll see what happens there. We did get a bearish cross over the moving average in the RSI and a unconfirmed red dot on Market Cipher. Market Cipher also kind of illustrating how flat this has been for the past couple of days, so it's quite interesting. ETH is down 3.13% on the day. We did get a break down below our neckline on this head and shoulder pattern, which I think I was calling for 4K. Yeah, I feel like 4K is still fair. Let's front run it. Let's do the halfway point front run and call it, what are we, 44? I would call it 42. The lowest we've gotten so far is 42.73, so we might go down a little bit more. It might actually just invalidate. This might be a little fake out. That would be pretty sick. Could you imagine if this thing just shot straight up? That would be really, really funny. I will say, I'm gonna try to lean a little more towards bullish today because I feel like sentiment is so crushed and people are actually, it's not even to the point where you look at it and you're like, oh, haha, it's the same people every time. Like, there's like real people with like strong conviction flipping now, and they're crashing out and selling all their bags, which is kind of crazy. So I don't want to be the this time is different guy, but as far as sentiment is concerned, this time actually is different. People are losing their minds. And it's no longer just like noobs and retail. It's like people who have been here for like multiple cycles that are just out of patience. So to me, that signals the bottom. We're down like 20-30% on alts. Typical pullback during a bull market is 40. I don't know if anything crazy is going to happen in September. Everyone's making us think that September is going to be the worst month in the world. It might be as far as like time capitulation goes, but I don't know if we're going to lose a significant percentage. I'm just speculating right now, but what are you going to do? ETH is chilling at 43.70. Let's see if it continues to the upside with this green dot on the momentum wave. And maybe we can get a confirmed green dot down there. It's unconfirmed right now, but it wants to confirm. The heat said a short relief would be nice. Yeah, we've definitely just been getting decimated. Yeah, I think ETH and Sol are the only ones that have been performing nice. Everything else looks like doo-doo, and it has looked like doo-doo for a considerable period of time. So I don't want to be that guy, but if they want to maintain any sort of retail interest and liquidate more of us, they're going to need us to stay in the market so that they can do so, which would require them to make it not boring and dumpy all day, every day. So Sol briefly broke out of our ascending wedge, and we got a little double top M kind of situation here, and it broke back below the blue trend line, and now it seems like it's bouncing off of $200, which is potentially very exciting. We did get a confirmed red dot on Market Cipher back here, and a red dot on a momentum wave, which kind of signaled, I guess, maybe this drop, I suppose. Volume looks really good. Sol seems to have been outperforming ETH. If you just compare the charts, ETH is a downtrend, Sol is an uptrend. So, is it going to stay that way? I have no clue. But it looks good right now. It's making me happy. So we'll see if it maintains that. We do also have this purple trend line, which is kind of relevant. It's like the halfway point of these two lines. And it was a neckline for this head and shoulder potential. It was, whoops, that's not what I wanted. It was resistance back here. We dance around it right there. Resistance right here. Dance around it right here. And now support. So let's see if that maintains its structure. Right now it looks really good. Kind of happy with it. Total 3 is down 3.07% on the day. Currently sitting at 1.03 trillion. So we consolidated, it seems, and then just got a little dumpy. We got a little upwards consolidation right here, and then dumped right out of it. Pretty much a BART. And we've seen it very recently as well on, I don't remember what chart it was, but the BART is consistently a bullish setup. Now, hopefully we don't get this. That would stink. I'm pretty sure that would literally send us back down to 939 billion, which I think I've been calling for quite some time. But we have not lost 1 trillion yet. So, hopefully we don't. We really are just sitting sideways, which we've done before. Let's take a look. We got this guy, which let's say that that's this. And then we got this, which is very much this. And then I guess this right here, the circled part, could be this. It is 2 different patterns entirely, though. So maybe, I guess my best guess would be this sideways accumulation with this little fake out is what we're doing right now. We're doing a sideways accumulation. We might get a fake out below 1 trillion. We haven't yet, though. Maybe that fake out was back here and right here. I don't know. Maybe it's just too bullish for a proper fake out. But we do linger before we go up. At least in recent history. We linger and then we go up. So are we going to linger and go up? Probably. And we are actively lingering right now as we speak. So we'll see what Total 3 does on the longer term time frame. As of right now, it looks like we might be experiencing a bottom. Your RSI is starting to curl up, potentially aiming for a bullish cross over the moving average. Keep in mind as well, we do have a 3-day weekend with Labor Day, so the markets are not trading on Monday. So the weekend price action is probably going to be extended throughout Monday. However, if the market's not going to rely solely on the, what's it called? Like the Wall Street ETF scenario, then we could see another downturn on Monday because every single Monday consistently has been pretty trash for the charts. For like, I don't remember if it was 6 weeks or 6 months, but it's been pretty consistent across the board. Oh man, I'm glad it's Friday. I'm so glad it's Friday. I've been getting my butt kicked at work. And I'm working tomorrow. But I'm not working as long, and I think I'm gonna take Monday off. I think I deserve it. So I will be observing Labor Day for the first time in my entire life, I think. ADA is down 3.65%. ADA getting a break below our wedge, which is also potentially fulfilling a head and shoulder pattern. Is this the fake out that I always look for? Or was this the fake out? Was this the fake out? And then this is the real move? Or, hopefully, for my bag's sake at least, this is the fake out, and then it just blasts off after that. Only time will tell, of course. It's currently sitting at 82.68. It does look like we're getting a break above, back into our little trend here. Volume could be a little bit better. Your RSI curling to the upside, potential bullish cross over the moving average, and your momentum wave is oversold as well. And we do have a BART here to kind of take into consideration, consider for observation. So nice bounce off of 80.80. Let's see if we get back above 84.96. SNEK is down 5.97%. We did lose 4. We are sitting at 39.23. I would love to see it get back above 4 and at least close above 4. If it does not, 38.53 is our support zone that we seem to be holding nicely right now. I mean, this one, in my opinion, is kind of a obvious scenario. We got a pretty decent pump, a pretty decent dump, pretty decent pump, pretty decent pump, dump. I can't even, the words aren't working anymore today. I left my brain at work, and I was transported home by some force of nature. We do, I will say, have a confirmed green dot on Market Cipher back here. Is that going to play out on a longer term, or is it been invalidated since? Last time that happened was back here, right here, before we got a extended like choppiness, which resulted in us exploding to the upside, which is nice, but that extended choppiness would be such a nightmare. Where would that take us to, like mid-September? I guess that lines up for rate cuts, so maybe that is what's going to happen. Waterfly said, hope your dump more solid than mine today. I don't want to talk about that, Waterfly. I did number 2 prior to the stream. There was a dump has been executed just before just before the stream began. So that is a topical conversation. But yeah, SNEK getting a little bounce off of 38.53, and we'll see if we break back above 4. XRP is down 4.94% on the day. XRP similar setup to ADA, only this is a little more symmetrical. ADA is more of a wedge. This is a symmetrical triangle. So we got a potential fake out up here, and hopefully this turns out to be a fake out right here. But right now, it doesn't give me head and shoulders because the right shoulder is way too huge. The volume could be a little bit better. RSI is almost oversold, which is exciting. And we do also technically have bullish div, I think. Because this is up while this is down. Oh no, maybe it's literally the same exact number. No, actually there's bullish div there. So RSI pointing down, price pointing up. That is good for prolonged price action. Let's see if XRP gets some upside from here. Otherwise, I would love to see it hold 275. If it breaks below 275, 257 is definitely in the cards with a potential midpoint reaction at 266. RSI, bearish crossover the moving average. It is curling up though. And your momentum wave incredibly oversold on Market Cypher. So, it's about 50-50 as far as signals go for bullish and bearish. It is, and I hate to be that guy, but you know, today's a weird Friday. It is a weird Friday. There's nothing obvious in the charts. Everything looks very similar to what it looked like yesterday. So, definitely out there. It was a little bit chilly today. And while I was working, I was like, dang, I hope I don't get sick. Because I don't know if I've been sick since I started streaming. So I think I just jinxed myself. Knock on wood. I don't even know if this is wood. This is like particle board. I gotta get a pencil. Hold on. Okay. So yeah, let's see if XRP can get back inside of its range. Otherwise, again, I would like to see 275 hold. If we don't, then 257 is in the cards. HBAR decoupling from our potential fractal. What if I said expecting bleed down all weekend? It is a 3-day weekend, so that's very possible. It's a 3-day weekend. I'm kind of expecting boring price action until mid-September, when we are allegedly potentially getting these rate cuts. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, I feel like I say that a lot, but that is kind of what we're stuck doing. The current candle's up 1.15%, but on the day we're down 4.57% on HBAR. It's currently trading at 22.83. We are getting a nice little bit of a bullish engulfing, which we got yesterday a couple of times. Nobody really cares about bullish engulfing candles, I guess. 22.04 should be a nice support zone. If we do break that though, then 20 is in the cards, which I guess is only a 10% dump. I say only, but if that happened to me, I'd probably freak out. It's actually about 12, so a little bit worse than what I said. Upside target, I would love to see it get back above 23.5. If it rejects there though, then downside probably going to be 20 cents. But let's see if 22 holds, if we even get to 22. Something to keep an eye on. SWI's down 5.86% on the day. The fractal for SWI is actually intact quite nicely. So we'll see if that ends up coming true. If not, though, then I am still originally looking for that retrace down to the purple trend line, which is around, right now, it's either going to be like 285 or 291. One of those two. Both of which are right below $3, which would freak out the bears, or freak out the bulls. Probably get them to open up some shorts maybe, and then liquidate them, which is comedy. Your RSI got a bearish crossover below the moving average, and it is curling up right now, potentially setting up for a bullish cross in a little bit. And your momentum wave on Market Cipher is incredibly oversold. Ondo is down 4.09%. Beautiful bounce off of 90. If we could get back above 95.35, that would be incredibly bullish. However, yesterday, we had just started breaking down from this. So you got your left shoulder, head, right shoulder, target, probably 80 cents. Frugal target, I'm going to go with 84.84. Yeah, that's the midpoint. I'm going to go with 84.84. That's where I think Ondo is heading if it breaks this head and shoulders and starts to fulfill the head and shoulders. Volume could be a little bit better. Your RSI got a bearish cross over the moving average. Got that BART. And it is curling up for a potential bullish cross in the near future. Tyler said, working. Giovanni said, Ondo pissing me off. Giovanni, everything's pissing me off. Let me take a Tyler. Let me take a Tyler. let me take a Tyler. Let me take a picture of Tyler's entry. That sounds like Tylenol. Oh man, my head's killing me. I need to take a Tyler. Or you could also use it in lieu of the word shit. Man, I took a massive Tyler earlier. I'm sorry, Tyler. I love you. Yeah, Ondo, same thing that everything else is doing. We do have a indecisive candle right here, which is interesting. So let's see if that turns into a potential upside. That could be a reversal. And your momentum wave on Market Cipher, not quite oversold, but it's getting there. Arrow is down 7.57%. We did break below our neckline for our fractal. And my two targets, my first target, 115 hit. Second target is 110. If that hits, then we have potential to go down to 104, which is the original, like, I believe that is the measured move target. Oh no, the measured move target is 110. Okay. If I go all the way to the tip, candle body tip maybe. Yeah, 104. So let's see what happens. That would have been a beautiful short. I kind of wish I would have taken it. I'm genuinely scared of Arrow. It moves pretty fast when it moves. It is oversold on the 4-hour time frame. Incredibly oversold on the RSI, and you got some green dot action on your momentum wave. However, you've had green dots twice before this as well. 1, 2, which resulted in a red dot immediately afterwards, which pushed it down farther. So definitely interesting. Butterfly said, so glad I sold Arrow at $1.45. Thank you, Chewy. I mean, my target was $1.50. You could have sold there too. I'm just saying. It literally says JJ's first target. It also says then linger, which seems to be incorrect at this point. I think I said as long as it stays above 123, it was good. And it was staying above 123 and then it broke below it. So I think I'm officially wrong on the linger portion, but I was right on my target of $1.50. I'm pretty proud of that. Thank you, Chewy. Pinlink broke below 60 again. It's trying to get back above it. Volume fell off, man. What happened? It was looking really good. It was increasing, and then it went. Now it's lower than it was before. So let's see where this bad boy goes. I've said it a million times, and obviously it's entirely going to be dependent on the market conditions. But I feel like 60 cent or lower for Pinlink is a buy. In my opinion, for my bag specifically, not financial advice. We do have bullish divergence, but it is the wrong kind, which eventually will result in further downside on the price and further upside on the RSI. So keep that in mind. Eventually, like, you're going to get a reversal here, and then this is going to do whatever the heck it does. And then when the price goes down, it's going to go down further than where it started. Whereas this is going to be higher than where it started. That's what that difference is. See how the price is going down and the RSI is going up. I don't know if it's hidden or not. It doesn't matter. It's bullish and bearish divergence, hidden or otherwise. Render is down 5.55% on the day, currently trading at 346, sitting right below 350. I guess technically this could have been a head and shoulders. It really couldn't have, though. The neckline cannot line up in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, I guess I could sell that. It's really seems like BS though. It's if this is a Head and Shoulders target, maybe $3. We seem to be getting a tweezer bottom though, right here, and a pretty big volume candle as well. It is sitting below 350. I would like to see it close above 350. Don't see that happening though. If it rejects 315 in the cards, $3 probably a good psychological retest. Yeah, see, the problem with render, like everything else, this is kind of an uptrend. With render, it is not. There's no uptrend on render. It does its thing, bottoms, does its thing, and then goes right back to the bottom again. Does its thing, goes right back to the bottom again. It's doing its thing. It could go right back to the bottom again. If that does happen, then that would be, what, 4 hits to the downside, which I've never seen before. And I'm not sure how I would react to that. Is it going to explode to the upside after that, or is it going to break down and just go to 0? It is render, so who knows? It is struggling very much to stay above $4 though, so maybe a cool off below is what's needed. All right. See, it's in a triangle though. It's in a beautiful triangle. Falling wedge. So we could see a fake out and then a continuation of the upside. I wouldn't mind that. That actually sounds nice. But again, take it all with a grain of salt. Stellar is down 5.39% on the day, currently trading at 36.16. It did finally lose its big range that we've been in for forever, which is done in the past. It almost looks identical to the same exact move. Look, you got a big triangle, small triangle, big triangle, small triangle, eventual bleed down for forever, and then flatline, which I can just copy paste. Eventual bleed down for forever, and then flatline. And then somebody says something bullish about it, and it explodes for 5 minutes, and great. Tom still looks good. Said Bitcoin's going to 10K. Classic. So yeah, let's see if Stellar can get down to 32.13. It does look like it may be getting a short relief, even if it's just this 1 4-hour candle. We did get a green dot on the momentum wave on Market Cipher, and your RSI is almost oversold. It is, or it was oversold actually. It's coming out of oversold territory, and it is about to get a bullish cross over the moving average. So potential upside is there. I guess maybe let's see if we retest 38.4. Polkadot's down 4.95% on the day, getting a nice bounce off of the lower trend line of our beautiful symmetrical triangle. We'll see if Polkadot breaks bullish out of this, but right now we do have a head and shoulder setup with a neckline around like 371. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Bullish target, $4. Bearish target, $3.33. Mid-range, look for 356 reaction. Altcoins down 9.55%. We broke below 83.27 and have since retested and rejected, which gives us a downside target of 61.94. We are currently getting a reaction off of the 75. So we'll see if we go up from here, get another retest, or if it even has enough strength to get that far. It might reject right at 80 and then continue to the downside. Volume spotty. You got a bearish cross over the moving average and the RSI, but it is curling to the upside for a potential bullish cross in the near future. And you did have a confirmed green dot on Market Cipher back here, which again, I do believe has played out since. Your momentum wave is not quite oversold yet. CAS is down 5.34%, getting a reaction off of 82.76. We're sitting at 84.70 right now. Let's see if we get upside, or maybe actually I would like CAS to just stay in this range, 82 and 90. Stay in this range until the dust settles from the rest of the market being stupid. I think CAS deserves to just maintain their price. It isn't a nice triangle though. Maybe we get a fake out, continuation of the upside, or just a break, or a fake out of the upside and a continuation of the downside, or just a break and continuation of the downside. Regardless, there's a triangle, and apparently triangle is the strongest geometric shape. Avalanche down 5.38% on the day, currently trading at 23.59. If it gets above 23.61, that would be awesome. Last time we had a little retrace, broke up, rejected, what is that, 26, and then retested 23.20 with a rejection at 25 next, and then retested 23.20 again. That is a lower high, but it is also technically a little baby triangle in a rising wedge. So this is a bearish pattern, I believe. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. This was also a bearish pattern, this rising channel, but it broke bullish. So whenever they, like I've said it a bunch of times, especially this past week, when a bearish pattern invalidates, it invalidates with conviction. This was a bearish pattern and it invalidated with conviction. That's a pretty strong uptrend. When a bullish pattern invalidates, it's the same exact story. You get an inverse head and shoulder, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's about to break, it's about to break, it's about to break, and then it goes bam, straight to the downside. You can also invert that. You get a regular head and shoulder, and it invalidates, bam, it shoots straight up. So it doesn't happen like that every single time, but majority of the time I've seen those patterns invalidate, it's usually pretty harsh. But we're getting the same candle that all of these other alts are getting on Avalanche, so let's see what comes of it. It is corresponding very nicely with this lower trend line. What the hell is that? Somebody just flew by my window. Chainlink is down 23.45, or it's down 6.87%, sitting at 23.45. We did get a rejection. Where did we reject from? 26.5, and a candle body rejection at 25. So broke below 24.42, and we're sitting at 23.46 right now, which is our previous bottom zone. Let's see if we get a little W here. I don't know. Chainlink had a bearish pattern, which is a rising channel. Broke bearish out of it. Didn't quite come up for a reaction, but it seemed like it might have been. You got a little failed W here. Maybe potential downside target 21.67. That should be relatively strong support. Otherwise, I would love to see it break at 24.42. There's somebody flying by my window. I don't know if they're on a scooter or something. And they're flying, Tom. Tom Selleck's they are flying, I promise you. Okay, we're on Doge next. Doge looks like doo-doo. Upside target 22, downside target 20. Near looks like doo-doo. Upside target 251, downside target 234. And Pengu down 3.64%. Upside target, I would love to see it close above 29, but downside target 25. Bitcoin down 3.59%, currently trading at 108, 531 and 13 cents. We got 22 seconds remaining until you guys can begin guessing for the daily close contest. Transition. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, start your guessing in 3, 2, 1. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers. Pepsi. All right, we got a Mr. Tyler guess, which is his early guess. Let's go over here. Tyler, Mr. Tyler. 108, 669, 69. Tom Selleck's Goat. 108, 450. Brennan Hilgen, 108, 457 and 23 cents. John. Welcome, guys. 108, 600. Justin Mahasek. 108, 997. Giovanni Fontes. My name is Giovanni Fontes. It's like some, I don't know what the music would be. It would be like, I'd have to learn all the instruments and then pick one. JA coming in with 108, 666. I like that one. Cheers. Cheers, guys. Happy Friday. It's DCA day. We're getting a nice DCA entry opportunity from the Bitcoin taking a doo-doo. Waterfly coming in with a strategic guess. Gotta respect that. 1. Ooh. We got a lot of guesses today. I appreciate you guys. We got 15 people currently watching. How many likes do we have? Did you guys smash the like button yet? What's that old commercial? It's 7:52 p.m. Have you smashed the like button yet? It's 11 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? I love that they had to have like PSA commercials for like people to like be parents. They're like, hey, you have kids. So, and then the parents, they're like, what are day drinking? What are they doing? And they're like, oh, shoot. I forgot we had kids. Another one of my favorites, and it's a shame that this even has to happen. I'm sorry. Like, if you need this, you probably shouldn't have kids. The reminder that you have a child in the back seat of your car. Who forgets that they have a kid with them? Hello? You have a whole other living being in the vehicle with you that you more than likely put in there yourself. How are people leaving their kids in the car so much so that you have to have an alert? Boo! Oh, you have a kid in the car. Don't forget the kid in the car, Linda. Oh, shoot. Oopsie. We got Degenair. My rant for the evening, 108444. Everyone in the chat that's used the kid alert thing is they're really embarrassed right now. They're like, not that. Sometimes I'm tired. I think Tyler has like 12 kids. There's no way he's forgetting. He's like, oh shit. One of my 12 kids is in the back seat. I forgot. Dremmer coming in with 108. Long time no see, Dremmer. 108. 069. Oh, you better hurry up. No, you got more than a minute. Is that it? 0.69? I like it. Is that did we already get that guess? Hold on. No, we did not. Waterfly coming in with a change. Bam. Mr. Waterfly. Coming in with 100. 010.99. I like it. My right nostril is stuffed, so please excuse me while I attempt to unstuff it. Oh. Okay. Drummer said I always make it too late. That's the story of my life, Drummer. Tom Selkscoat said Tyler got more kids than an NFL player. Ladies and gentlemen, you got 19 seconds remaining on the clock. Cheers. Happy Friday. And Tyler, happy birthday to all 12 of your kids. Philly, I'll get you in a second. Right after I tell the rest of these people time's up. Time's up! Time's up! Okay, we got Philly and Jay Shear. Both entered before the end. Philly coming in with 108, 750.00. And Jay Shear 108, 484.69. 108, 484.69. Tyler said, I only have 5 LOL. He left the other 7 in the car. Was that too morbid? Is that too fucked up of a joke? Can't really hear, it's loud in here, but I think I seen JJ Lips say something like, I'm gay and I'm proud of it. I didn't say Tyler's gay and he's proud of it. I said you have 12 kids. Do you have 12 kids with a man? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get these bad boys up on the board. Thank you very much for participating today. What if I just cut the stream off? Yeah, that'd be funny. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everyone. That's from Dremmer. He's a goddamn genius. Sort these bad boys. We got a lot today. 108, 108, 997. Oh, shit. Justin. I'm going to try to make it fast, so I might abbreviate. Philly. 108,750. 108. 669.69. JA 108,666. John 108,600. Giovanni. Giovanni's name is so easy to type fast. It's the TES is like, I don't know. I just gotta go like, it's very satisfying. 108,550. The time that I saved typing his name, I just wasted by talking about it. JShear 2.0, 108,484.69. Brennan Huggins pretty easy to type too. 108,457.23. Oh my gosh, what if I ran out of time? That'd be really funny. Top solid scope 108,450. Degenair 108,444. All right, two more. What do we got? I got less than 2 minutes. Oh shit. 108,069.69. And Waterfly 100,010.99. I'm gonna make this 108. 108, 160. $100,010.99 represents 100,010.99. All right, ladies and gentlemen, currently Waterfly is in the lead. Bitcoin currently trading at 108,364 and 1 penny. We got 60 seconds remaining on the clock for the daily close contest. What's it going to be so far? Waterfly has pretty much cemented his lead with his low ball guess. Everybody else was just too bullish. Holy cow. Tyler said you were just thinking, wow, I hate my job. I actually enjoy my job. Vikey, you are a little too late, my friend. You can participate tomorrow, though. Waterfly has taken the lead by a landslide here. 108,333 and 90 cents. 31 seconds remaining on the clock. This is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. We had way too many participants today. I appreciate that very much, though, guys. Tickles my heart. Consensually tickles my heart. 16 seconds remaining. Waterfly's still in the lead by a whopping several hundred US dollars. 8 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin, a lot of red here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. I like that they turned the candle green right before the close. The winner of our daily close contest, Mr. Waterfly. Bitcoin daily close price 108,377 and 40 cents. 108,377 and 40 cents. Congratulations, Waterfly, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. With a guess of 100.99. Congratulations, Waterfly, on your victory, ladies and gentlemen. Spam the bananas in the chat. Oh, that's incorrect, actually. Dremmer's the winner. Waterflies was lower. Dremmer is the winner. That's my bad. My bad. Congratulations, Dremmer, on your victory. Damn. That's totally my bad. Dremmer's guess 108,069.69. It's been a long time since I've done that. 108,069.69. Congratulations, Dremmer, on your victory. I apologize, Waterfly. And I'm sorry, Dremmer. That was a shit show. Damn. I'm tired. I have an excuse. Congratulations, Dremmer, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat. Damn. The fumble of the century. At least it wasn't for prize money. That would have made it worse. Congratulations, Dremmer. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat. I caught it early enough as well. It could have been worse. I'm sorry, Waterfly. I didn't realize somebody was lower than you. Or I didn't realize you were lower than somebody. I don't fucking know. I didn't zoom out, man. You gotta zoom out. This is like there's a life lesson in there somewhere. There's metaphors and similes and shit, all kinds of stuff that we gotta learn. Congratulations, Dremmer, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not seeing any bananas. Where are the damn bananas? Let's change the subject. That didn't fuck up. You guys fucked up. Congratulations, Dremmer, on your victory. Drummer's guess 108-06969. What a guy. Yay! The winner of today's daily close contest. Very cool. Working his way up. What does Drummer have? Let me add him to the winner's Google Doc and see where he's at as far as rankings go. Drummer's at 5. Drummer has officially made his name to the board alongside Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. Congratulations, Drummer. Officially in the running. Wow, what a day. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat. I repeat, spam the bananas in the chat. The chat requires bananas. All right. Winner's Google Doc has been updated. Button has been pressed. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest for the guess of 108-06969. Nice, nice. And an actual Bitcoin daily close of 108-377.40 on August 29th, 2025. Drummer's prize is an extra long chocolate long john. Congratulations, Drummer, on your victory. Feel free to cut this bad boy up and enjoy it with your friends and family, or you can eat it whole, deep throat it. I don't know, eat it sideways, like the people that eat weird burritos that way for some reason. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. Enjoy. Oy, oy, oy. I fumbled the daily close. I feel really bad. I caught it early. I feel like I caught it early. Stop talking about it. All right. Congratulations, Drummer, on your victory. Cheers. You're probably not even here, but you're here in spirit. Butterfly is the winner in our hearts. All right. Let's get back to it. We were on Chainlink, Doge. Okay, yeah, we went through the rest. Pengu. See, Pengu's got so much going on, and the price is just going down, man. I don't know what to... There's no, in my brain, reasoning for the dump besides just a required cool-off from the market being overheated. I have no clue. Genuinely can't justify it. Usually there's something, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, when I don't want to admit that this is the reason, but that's why. There's nothing like that. I can't pinpoint anything specifically. Silver is up 1.77% on the day, currently sitting at 39.69. Nice. 10. I believe it touched 40 somewhere. Everyone was freaking out about silver today, so pretty crazy stuff. DXY, choppy. Nobody really cares about the DXY. MicroStrategy still in double bottom territory-ish, I suppose. We'll see what Tuesday brings. We got a nice 3-day weekend, so the entire stock market can shut the hell up. It's at 334.90. 333 is my retrace bounce zone. NASDAQ down 1.16%. Very, very dumpy for the NASDAQ and the S&P. Also, a little retrace after hitting record highs again around 65 something. The Asfractal 2.0 is now officially retired. Rest in peace, Asfractal 2.0. Press F in the chat to pay respects. There's one pallbearer for Asfractal 2.0, and it is J-Share 2.0. They were very closely related. Taught him everything he knew. All right, Bitcoin dominance 58.12. Let's lose 58 and give alts a little bit of room to run, man. We got some news articles to go through, guys. That Pulse player said go look at RE. Let's go look at RE. They really should change the name. The name is so awful. REI. It's nicer if you say REI. REI is fine. REI. Getting a little dumperoo. You got a nice bounce. I'll call the bounce 9. Call it bounce off of 9. Rejection at 12.89. Little attempted recovery off of 9. And a rejection at the midpoint between 10 and 11.72. And it's currently sitting at 74.24, right below 74.54. Ray now. Okay, Ray sounds way better. Re? That's just how my brain reads it like that. I like Ray though. Ray, I could see where it would be Ray versus Re. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know where it's going. For a breakout retest. See, it's falling so fast too. That's what stinks. I would hope for it to settle down soon. It is incredibly oversold on the 4-hour time frame. Not that that really matters. It is like it's a base coin. So it's not necessarily a meme coin, but it's traded like a meme coin. Is it gonna go all the way down to 555 and then hopefully linger? What I would hope for, and I would hope that it would happen soon, because it's very clearly repeating this previous structure. Besides, the run up here took a lot longer, so it should be stronger technically. You're right here. This was incredible resistance back here, so that should be really good support up here. You got a pump, dump, and then eventually you got like this little structure, and then it lingered, and then it started going up. You're currently just finished that little structure, it seems. Can I delete this? Delete that. Thank you. So here's your little structure setup. Is it going to go down a little bit more and then do your boring sideways thing before it takes off again? Because eventually you should establish some semblance of an uptrend. Problem I see as well, though, is unfortunately it launched and then immediately pumped and dumped to the launch price. So there's no uptrend yet. This is literally just a flat line. And you don't want to go all the way down there. That sucks. Cash Oak said, may sound crazy. I use the Neo Butane RSI with divergence pivots on the daily. We need a bottom side pivot to print on a lot of alts. Can you put that for me in layman terms? Explain it to me like I have goldfish memory. So yeah, REI, Ray. Like I said, there's a ton of buyers compared to sellers. So distribution's happening, but that also shows me that it was way oversaturated. Very few people held very large quantities of this coin. So you gotta be careful. Make sure you keep an eye on that stuff. Congratulations, Dremmer, once again on your victory. Enjoy your extra large chocolate long john. Cashrook said, whenever price is holding us captive in a downtrend, a time always needs a dumb pivot, and then it times with a recover. Did you mean to say dumb or did you mean to say dump? Whenever price is holding us captive in a downtrend, a time always needs a dumb pivot, and then it times with a recover. Maybe I'm just dumb. Okay. News articles. We got foreign central banks now own more than gold are more gold than U.S. Treasuries for the first time in almost 30 years. That's kind of crazy. Maybe the U.S. Treasuries are trying to stack some Bitcoin. Binance, this one is hilarious, and I actually have a map showing when this happened on the chart. Binance said all futures trading is temporarily unavailable. Our team is working to resolve this as soon as possible. There was an issue apparently in futures, and they just shut down all futures trading across Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange on the planet. So, Zero Hedge posted, for those wondering, U.S. debt is up $550 billion in the past month. Nobody cares. $100 million liquidated from the cryptocurrency market in the past 60 minutes. Cool. Eric Trump says the Trump family loves and believes in Bitcoin. Canada's economy declines 1.6% annualized in Q2, the biggest drop since the COVID pan DEMIC. Tom Selleck-Scote said, English mother effer, do you speak it? Would you believe me if I told you I've never seen Pulp Fiction? I genuinely, I consider myself a movie snob as well, and I've never seen Pulp Fiction. I'm kind of ashamed, but I feel like I have a good reason for it. Binance founder CZ says, avoid selling the crypto dip. U.S. appeals court finds President Trump's global tariffs illegal. President Trump says all tariffs are still in effect despite appeals court ruling against them. That cracks me up. They're like, you can't do this. And he's like, it's so funny. It's so funny, dude. This is okay. Here's the map. Here's the map. Binance, Bitcoin was like 111,050 bucks. They turned off futures trading. They said there's a problem. We're turning off futures. It pumped up to 111,338, and then they said, we fixed it. We fixed the futures trading, and then the price insta dumps as soon as they fix it. That's freaking hilarious. U.S. Core July course PCE price index rises 0.3 month over month, estimated at 0.03 or 0.3%. U.S. July PCE price index rises 2.6% year over year, estimated at plus 2.6%. U.S. July core PCE price index rises 2.9% year over year, estimated plus 2.9%. U.S. July PCE price index rises 0.2 month over month, estimated plus 0.2%. That pulse play said Zed's dead. Tom Selleck-Scote said, bro, top 5 all-time movies. See, so my justified reason that I feel comfortable with, it falls back and maybe this is a bad comparison. I never watched a Superman movie until Man of Steel came out. I said, that actually looks good. I went and watched it because I had such high expectations. People, for whatever reason, they glorified Superman. And all of these Superman movies, they were so great. And I knew DC kind of fumbled the bag with a ton of movies all the time. So I was like hesitant to watch anything because of this high bar that had been set. Man of Steel came out. I went out and I watched it. I was very happy with it. I thought it was great. I'm very scared to watch the James Gunn one because it looks kind of goofy in the trailer. But I thoroughly enjoy James Gunn. I think he's a genius. And I've heard really good things about the movie. Pulp Fiction is like that, but bigger. It's not Superman, you know. It's not James Gunn. It's like Tom Selleck-Scote said, top 5 movies of all time for a lot of people. Everybody knows the quotes and everything. I've never seen it. And it's because I don't want to watch it and it sucks. Because I feel like that would be really underwhelming. That's like a gut punch. Because my brain is like, ooh, this movie, it's like the Holy Grail. And I don't want it to not be the Holy Grail. If I show up and it's like a crappy like McDonald's commemorative cup, I'm going to be pissed. Tom Selleck-Scote said they'll be waiting for Pulp Fiction 2. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually came out with Pulp Fiction 2. They're so out of original ideas, it's ridiculous. We got stablecoin mint Circle issues 500 million USDC on Ethereum. U.S. Senate plans to consider revised version of the crypto market structure bill by the end of September. 1 hour to market close, and I'm in the belly of the beast. Binance hunting Max Payne. Lower liquidation levels 106,800. Full flush would be 105,800. I'm about to walk into the NASDAQ. We'll video the close. And apparently at the NASDAQ, Solana went public. And they had cool merch, which is pretty sick. I would have grabbed one of these up so quick. Can you just go to the NASDAQ, or do you have to, like, have some kind of pass or something? Like, if I just show up with a suit, will they let me in? DeFi Dev Corp, DFDV. The future of the internet is Solana. Its public ticker is DFDV. And they got a cool ad on Wall Street. Colin Talks Crypto. This is our M2 money supply Bitcoin guy. Bitcoin continues to range within the megaphone pattern. Now, I don't know if you guys will remember this. The other day, he posted a different chart with a flat line, which he still shows here. It's this 112K flat line from the previous top. And we broke below that. And I was like, why wouldn't he just do the downtrend thing that he did right here? And that's exactly what he ended up doing. It's actually, I would say it's a, I like to use candle bodies. I don't like to use wicks. I think it's weird when people use wicks, but whatever. Candle bodies make this more of a megaphone shape. But he says, however, it also dropped below the key support of 112K. So in my opinion, it's not a bullish scenario until it reclaims that price. We can hope for the megaphone pattern to play out, but until it actually reclaims 112K at bare minimum, I am not personally convinced. If Bitcoin happens to drop below the lower megaphone boundary, that's bearish for sure. The thing is, the price can keep bleeding downward while remaining within the megaphone boundary indefinitely. So that's why I say I want to see at least a reclaim of 112K to have a bullish potential. TLDR, horizontal support of 112K is more important than the diagonal trend line. That's because it supports this bias of the price not going down. Tom Scout said, all right, my wife's snagging me to build my kid's basketball hoop. I'm out. See you tomorrow. Take it easy, Tom. Don't forget the kids in the back seat. CryptoFace posted, wake me up in October. Are we just dead until Fed rate cuts? Because I am. Cointelegraph, U.S. core PCE price index rose 2.9% year over year in July, matching expectations, up from 2.8% previously, month over month at 0.3%, in line with the forecast and unchanged from June. Throwback, the Washington Post called Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme 10 years ago. Bitcoin was $228. Bitcoin isn't the future of money. It's either a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme. And none of them bought any, and now they feel like idiots. And they're probably still working there for minimum wage. Insight, fewer than 1 million people worldwide own one Bitcoin in 2025. Only 0.01 or 0.02% of the population. Are you part of this one Bitcoin club? CZ said the biggest mistake in crypto is selling the dip. Things to avoid in crypto, selling the dip. He definitely didn't say the biggest mistake in crypto, but sure. Bullish Bitwise projects Bitcoin could reach 1.3 million by 2035 with a bullish case near 3 million and a bearish case around 88K. Circle minted a record 2.5 billion USDC in the past 2 days, pushing its stablecoin market cap above 70 billion for the first time. Telling you guys, people are starting to compare stablecoin dominance because of Bitcoin dominance and altcoins and alt season and all this stuff. They're like, you have to look at stablecoin dominance. I don't think that you're going to be able to look at stablecoin dominance for long because people are going to start using it for other stuff other than crypto. You can't look at like the M2 money supply or the circulating supply of the US dollar in comparison to crypto because people use the US dollar for everything else. You're not going to look at all of the money in the world and go, this is so much liquidity that could inject into the altcoin market. That's like a pointless metric. So stablecoins we're not going to be able to track them in lieu of crypto or in relation to crypto at all pretty soon here. Cointelegraph posted alert, $14 billion in Bitcoin shorts will be liquidated if the price climbs to around $120,000. That's actually very similar to what it was if it climbed up 125K. So they just pushed that target down to a target that they've hit already. Tom Lee said Wall Street is preparing to build its core infrastructure on Ethereum, calling it the backbone of global finance. That was pretty cool. Breaking, the ancient Bitcoin whale that sold 24,000 Bitcoin last week just moved 25,000 more Bitcoin. He's still holding 146,000 Bitcoin. That's crazy. This I thought was really cool. I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer for The Long Walk. It's a Lionsgate film. But apparently they're holding a special screening where you need to walk on a treadmill faster than 3 miles per hour for the whole movie. And if you stop, you will be escorted out of the theater and you can't watch the rest of the film. I thought that was actually kind of sick. A little like experience with the movie. Silver soars above $40 for the first time since 2011. That's pretty crazy. Having to wait since 2011, that would suck so bad. We got the worst home buyer demand on record, according to NAR's pending sales index. Time for people to wake up and realize the prices are the problem. It's going to be really funny when the people trying to sell these houses have to foreclose on those exact same houses because nobody buys them, even once they lower the price. I'm going to laugh. Maybe that's immature of me. I don't really give a fuck. And last but not least, Grayscale filing for S1 ADA ETF. Pretty exciting stuff. We only have to wait 240 days for the SEC to delay it as much as possible. Congratulations, Drummer, once again on your victory. Drummer said, sorry, I got home, wrote my guests, and found my dog shit everywhere. But I heard you say I'm probably not here, LOL. Well, I'm sorry that your dog pooped all over your stuff. You also received a chocolate Long John for your daily clothes price, which is incredibly topical. Congratulations. That's funny, man. I accidentally announced Waterfly as the winner as well, and that was incorrect, so I hope you missed that at least. Chewy said, bro, how did you figure out we were dumpy? On Bitcoin, on like the 4 hour, you see like these red things? Those are not good. Unless you're short. But we're not short, we're tall. We're very tall. So, I actually had to ask Grok. I took a screenshot and I asked Grok. Drummer said LOL. Alright, let's do a quick update of our portfolios next. We got our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is down $98. Not that bad, actually. Sol and ADA are the only two in the green. Sol's up 22. ADA's up 7. Render, Ondo, Doge, Proppy, Fetch, Near, Shib, and Aptos are all dragging her down. But she's only down $98. That's not bad. Memecoin portfolio actually is being outperformed by the 1K to 10K Grok portfolio for the first time, I think, ever. It is currently down $107. With and Pepe leading the pack. Doge, SNEK, and Giga all dragging her down. Giga Chad is down $112, which is like 60% or some ridiculous percent. It's crazy how much Giga Chad is down. I might just go open up a short on Giga Chad. That seems like an infinite money printer for some reason. Whip is up $38 and Pepe's up $5.99. Looking good. Then we got our narrative portfolio, my favorite and the most stable. It is up $47.34. This portfolio is made up of 1 meme coin, 1 artificial intelligence coin, 1 decentralized physical infrastructure coin, 1 real world asset coin, and 1 gaming coin. And it is killing it. VeChain is the only asset that is negative right now. It is down $11. Decentraland is up $2. Fetch is up $5. Tau is up $10. And Pepe is up $40. And then last but not least, it seems like our best performer, actually. The perfect entry portfolio, entirely voted on by the community. You guys picked every single one of these coins. We have 8 currently. We got 2 more slots open, which we are waiting for a better dip opportunity, which we might have, actually. We'll probably wait till Sunday, and then Sunday we'll probably put it to a vote. So if you guys want to suggest a coin, be here on Sunday. Crow actually leading the pack. There's only 2 assets in this portfolio that are down. But Crow's leading the pack is up $77. Chainlink is up $55. And remember, because this was only a $100 investment per coin, the dollar amount is also the percentage amount. So Crow's up 77%. Chainlink is up 55%. Sol's up $13. ETH is up $12. Swee's up $6. Ondo's up $1. And then the Graph and Render are the only negative ones. The Graph is down $4 and Render is down $15. So this portfolio is killing it right now. It's up $150. And we just built this one like maybe a month ago. It might have been like 2-3 weeks. The first really big dip. bought our first coin. I don't even remember what the first one was. It might have been SWE or something. I don't know. It's exciting stuff, though. I'm pretty stoked about that. Bitcoin doing a whole lot of nothing. 108,333 and 2 cents. Congratulations, Drummer, once again. Chewy said, YW Waterfly. I don't know what that means. You win Waterfly? Is that what that means? I don't know. Market's quiet. Lingering. It is Friday. Dollar cost average day. I don't know, guys. I don't know. You guys got any plans this weekend? I'm still really holding out hope for this fractal speculation breakout of August 30th, which is tomorrow. If Sunday is red, actually, I have something else I want to talk about. This Sunday is the daily, weekly, and monthly close for August. So this Sunday is going to be a big one. That Pulse Player said, can you address the Binance and the futures BS from today? It is actually quite comical, the Binance futures thing. I'm not entirely sure what happened. They straight up just said, we are aware of an issue affecting futures trading on Binance. All futures trading is temporarily unavailable. Our team is working to resolve this as soon as possible. New updates will be shared here. Thank you for your patience. Whenever anything like this happens, something is going down. Whether or not it's a insane pump or an insane dump, when there is an exchange issue, there's something happening, and it's going to be volatile. So this happens, they shut off futures trading. Bitcoin, what is this, the 1 minute? 7,635. It has to have been the 1 minute. It goes from 111 and $50 up to 111 338. They turn on futures again. They're like, we fixed it. It only took like a half hour. They fix it. They announce that they fixed it. Price immediately plummets. Not entirely sure what happened, why it happened, or how it happened, but it is very funny to see it all laid out properly. It's pretty funny. Not gonna lie. That's really all I know about it. I also thoroughly enjoy that happened, and CZ, the creator, the founder of Binance, or at least it's the former CEO, he's no longer there, telling people that selling the dip is a bad idea on the same day that happened. That kind of cracks me up. But yeah, that's all I know. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it happened. I will say, I don't know if this is a direct correlation with like volume, and it's like a unintentional DDoS result, but whenever there's a crazy pump or crazy dump, almost every exchange goes down. Coinbase, KuCoin, you just go to CoinMarketCap and look up exchanges, and like the top 10 will go down when there's a volatile move. Spot exchanges, volatile move, Binance, Bybit, Coinbase, Upbit, OKX, and BitGet at least are all going down. So if you're one of those people that's like, I'm not really, comfortable with my exposure, and you reduce your exposure or whatever, and then the price goes up 20-30% and you feel like you have to go dump a bunch of money into the market, you need to plan ahead and just dollar cost average that money, probably, because when you want to FOMO, you're not going to be able to. Fear and Greed is sitting at 39 right now, which is awesome. We've officially re-entered Fear. Mr. Roberts said, hey, y'all, happy Friday. What's going on, Mr. Roberts? How you doing, my friend? I expect this will probably get worse Saturday and Sunday. Are we going to enter Extreme Fear? I don't know. March 10th was the last time? What was the price on March 10th? That's kind of funny. March 10th. Oh. This was our Extreme Fear. That's funny. Oh no, it was right at the bottom. Oh, it was right there. Literally, this last red candle, we entered extreme fear. I mean, we got a little dead cat bounce, and then it finally went up. But I promise you, dude, we were there. But I promise you, I would love to go back and watch those episodes too. Oversold, people were opening up shorts, dude. Oh my gosh, they got liquidated. It rejects 94, 95, goes down lower low. People are loading up shorts. People are loading up shorts so hard right here. It bounces. Everyone gets liquidated. Rejects. Doesn't even get to 94 this time. Right here. 75. Loading up shorts. Hard. Everyone goes all in on shorts. And that was the bottom. That was the bottom. That was the retrace. And look at that. It's done the same exact damn thing every single time. Every single time. And people still doubt it. I mean, I don't know. The psychology of investing is fascinating to me. So, since Sunday is like the most important day for the chart, I want to look at the weekly is super duper red. It is down 4.59%, which I would expect to be a bottom. I'm fully expecting this to be a bottom. And it's very interesting as well because this orange line, which goes off of the wicks, which I don't like to do, but it's probably better on the daily maybe. Yeah, candle bodies, look at that. We're perfectly retracing to that exact line. So, wouldn't be surprised if we close there. So then the monthly, it's supposed to be red apparently. It is red. It is super red. I will say we have not had a monthly retrace yet, which sucks because look at this, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 months. That is 3/4 of a year. That sucks so bad. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically 4. That's that other quarter. So you basically had a full year. This is what I'm saying. You get 2 months of insane pump, and then a year of really crappy, choppy price action. Another couple months of insane pump. Are we going to get a year of crappy price action? I have no idea. That'd be crazy. That would definitely bring an end to the 4-year cycle. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but unfortunately, we have to prepare for everything. Congratulations, Dremer, once again on your victory. Oh, we got more people. What the heck? Evan said I missed it. I can hear you. I can't hear you, but I just wanted to pop in and say, hey, JJ. More than those other two would do. LOL. Dang. Have a good night, Evan. I appreciate you. That Pulse Play said, hi, Roberts. And Justin said, would be wicked if we came back and closed green for the week. Massive stopping volume wick. That would be sick, dude. That would be so sick. That my favorite concept is just the opposite of what everyone's expecting. Everyone is always expecting these slow, meticulous moves. Unless it's to the downside, then it's a fast downside move. And it's crazy. No one ever expects a crazy recovery within like a day. Nobody would ever expect that. And the idea of that tickles me, tickles my brain. That is how you know we're in a bull market. The telltale signs we're in a bull market, big rewards for referring friends, like big referral rewards. Obviously, all of the exchanges being like top 10 in the marketplace, app store, whatever, who cares? Nobody cares about that stuff. If they're giving away a shit ton of money, they're making a shit ton of money because a shit ton of people are signing up and blowing their money. That is a dead giveaway that we're in a bull market. And the other one is if you can open up a trade in the middle of a big ass move and still make a profit, we're in a bull market. If the price drops 10% and you open up a short and it drops 10 more percent, you're in a bull market. The price pumps 20%, you open up a long and it pumps another 20%, you're in a bull market. If FOMO is profitable, we are in a bull market. That plus play said, so tired of leverage and futures and over the counter. I'm definitely tired of trading. I have had the worst luck trading this past week. I don't even want to talk about it. It's fucking miserable. Bitunix up 5%. That's actually kind of crazy. Told you guys 60 cents was a buy. Below 60 is a buy. Let's see if any other alts pop to the upside. That would be exciting. I don't know. I gotta work tomorrow. Stinks. Only for a couple hours though. Should be a chill time. But I'm probably gonna call it an evening. As always, guys, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. This looks very similar to this. So let's see if we get a little baby reversal out of it. Pump back up to like 110. But anyways, guys, as always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Congratulations, Drummer, once again on your victory. You have officially made it out of the board, my friend. You got 5 wins. You're up there with Gourmet Brands Brooklyn. Enjoy it. I don't know. Smash the like button on your way out. Thank you guys for watching. That plus place that Saber buys 2 billion, price does squat. OG Whale sells 2 billion. We've fallen to Hades. It's funny. Isn't funny? There's never huge OG whales. Never do an OTC sell. They did actually. Galaxy Digital executed a huge OTC sale. So, that is the thing. But anyways, I'm going to call it a night. Appreciate you guys. Like I said, I think twice already now. Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on, which hopefully ends up being the case. Maybe too crazy upside specifically. But appreciate you guys. Happy Friday. Good night.